Okay, you're there.
Hi everyone, Sarah here from the Paper Cut. It is Thursday night, it is July 3rd. I wasn't even sure that I was going to do tonight because I was like, oh, maybe we just want to take the day off because it's 4th of July tomorrow. But we're here and, and I do have sound, I do have video. We made it onto the Paper Cut page tonight. I redid the settings, disconnected, reconnected. Everything's hunky-dory except my mom's having trouble with her computer tonight.
Yeah.
Go figure. So anyways, let's see. An important thing that is kind of going on is we are delaying our July classes to the last week in July because products, the dyes that I'm going to include in the kits aren't going to be here. And then I would do it earlier, but then I'm gone. So anyways, we're going to do the last Sunday, and then it's supposed to be the 31st. And then I remembered after I posted that I'm actually going to be flying to Cincinnati on that day. So I am going to switch it to Tuesday of that week. Now in July, there's 2 Thursdays that I'm going to miss, pending me looking at my flight, but I believe next Thursday I'm going to be in Collinsville, Illinois for the Rubber Stamp Events show. So next week I think is going to be on Tuesday also, and then that last week in July will be Tuesday. I'm going to put a big note in your class kit, and I'll send out another email too. Oh, and we have a coupon code right now that's good through tomorrow. It is, and I think my mom's still getting on, right?
Yep.
Okay. And she'll type that in there. It's July 20 for 20% off site-wide, excluding the sale page and the class page. So I was going to put that in the heading or the intro or whatever, in the post, but I forgot. So I'll get my mom to do that. So
Okay.
coupon code July 20, and that's good through tomorrow. And I did add a bunch of stuff to the sale page. So go ahead and check out the sale page. The coupon code won't apply to the sale page, but most of that stuff is like 40 to 50% off anyways. So my mom's going to go down to the table.
Okay.
And we'll first look at some class cards.
I'm just a little frazzled tonight.
Yeah, my mom's frazzled because her computer, it's like Pilot or something took over her
Microsoft Edge, and I can't get
her Microsoft Edge, and she can't get Edge up, so now she's on Firefox, and so anyways.
Deb Fisher ordered today and forgot to put the coupon code in.
Okay, Deb, can you email me? Because, can you just send me an email? That would be awesome. And if you paid by credit card, it's super easy to adjust. If you paid by PayPal, I might email you and we might see if we can just add on a little product because that's easier than PayPal refunds. But, just go ahead and email me. We'll worry about that next week. So one of the classes is the Deer and Trees. This is 2 of the cards in the class. So everything will be die cut for this one. In the class, you're actually going to die cut the frame, this cover frame, because you are going to get that in class. So you're going to cut the frame plus the Merry Christmas in class, and that's an A2 size cover. I'm going to play with it a little bit because I might look at doing it on an A6 card too, with a border at the top and the bottom. So if I can get it to work, you might actually get 2 versions of this card. So we'll see. And there's one more card in there. I have another one that has like a tree frame, so it's either going to be that or I might flop that one to the warehouse sale. And then I've got a new paper pad coming out, so I haven't decided on that 3rd card yet. So that's one class. That's July. The other class is centered around this layering die set. So in the class kit, you'll get the layering die set, and you are going to be die cutting your 2 layers here and your 2 layers here and your tree on this card. So on the other cards, it'll be cut. So Anyways, but you're going to get this layering die set, the whole set. Somebody asked me, like, which die do you get? You get all of them. You get the whole set. You know, and you'll get the card base pre-cut and the printed papers. And then in your class kit, this panel is pre-cut because we used this big tree to cut out that. And then the other card I forgot to assemble it before class started, but it's something like that because we're going to use the tree that's die cut out of here, right there, and then some layers of the leather like. It's a little bit, you know, easier of a card, and it's not totally put together yet. So that is our festive tree class. So, all right, I'm going to put those aside, and then we're going to go on to tonight. See what we can come up with, because again, I have pieces and parts, and I don't think, I'm almost sure we're using a PAB Steno Card kit, which in the kit, I do have a kit here, and I haven't done this card a whole lot, but you get the Steno card with the window, you get the little insert one, and that's why it's a PAB Steno card. So, and there is a PAB window card too that matches the same overlay, and there's the PAB trifold kit. So all three cards bases fit this overlay, and then there's the die that cuts for the top. But I'm going to stamp right on this one, and I have to grab my shaker domes. Hang on a second. The shaker domes that we're going to be using are from Brass and Bliss. So here we go. Let's see. All right. So for this one, I'm just going to start out with this overlay because I want to stamp it first. And I am going to use an old set from Brass and Bliss. So I'm using this old set from Brass and Bliss. And I want to stamp some fireworks on the outside of here, and I'm going to emboss them in silver. Now this set is not on their website anymore. It's discontinued, but they do still have a few of them. So if you want one, I will, in Collinsville next week, I can get a few of them, not a ton, but if you do want this, comment on the post if you're watching live, and I will grab one for you. So, and I'm just thinking about, yeah, okay. All right. So let's see, which one do I want to use? I think I'll use this big fireworks, or maybe I'll use a couple of them. I don't know. Let's just go for it. Now, if you're using brand new clear stamps, you do want to take an eraser. And usually you use a red rubber eraser. I just happen to have an eraser too, but it's a white one. But like just the regular red rubber. And this is just because there is a little bit of residual on there. And so if it's beating up when you're stamping with dye-based inks. Now I'm going to use a pigment anyways, but when you're using a dye-based ink, it might beat up, and that's just, you need to take the red rubber.
My computer is slow. I think it's just overloaded.
Oh, it's old.
Yeah, it is old. It's dying. Oh, darn, I wanted it to last for a while longer.
So I do have a different overlay here, but I'm just going to check it out really quick. Mom, can you write Linda Byer's name out for the fireworks stamp set and Kathleen Moore for the fireworks stamp set?
For the what?
Fireworks stamp set. Brass and Bliss has about 6 of them. So I just saw Linda, Kathleen Moore, and Brenda Fry.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
And I'll watch for people on YouTube and
okay.
Brass and Bliss page.
Okay. So yeah, I emailed Rob this morning and I said, is this still a current stamp set? And he said that we're out of them, except for there are some in the booth that's going to Collinsville. So I'm just going to test this before I do it on my good red. This is cherry. I'm just going to test it for embossing it really quick. Nancy Cloud would like the stamps.
Yep, I got it.
Okay. So that's 4.
Let's see Where else we're going? Virginia Hebard must have.
Oh, is she's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's on.
She's on YouTube.
Facebook.
Oh, she's on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought she's usually on YouTube.
I'll get those liked right now. I think they're gone.
Okay. We'll write them down in the order,
Yeah.
and then if there are any extra, then I can go on to after the first 6. It's just they're all packed in their trailer,
Yeah.
so we can't check until we actually get to Collinsville. Oh, and that actually turns out really good. I don't have much 4th of July stuff. They do have a die. And Rob asked me if I had the die, and I said I don't have the die. So he is sending me one of the dies. There's 2 little different fireworks dies. So, okay, so that works. I'm just going to go on to my other red. And I might do a couple different. Alright, what was I doing? I don't know if that many people do like 4th of July cards or not, but I was just like, since it's 4th of July tomorrow, I was just going to go for it and do it. Okay. And then I'm also going to use some brads. So how many of you have brads and an eyelet setter? That's an oldie but a goodie, and I haven't done brads in like forever, but we're going to go for that tonight too. Okay, hang on, I think I missed a little bit. I usually don't do that. I try, but this container is a little, the top of it, it's not as open as sometimes. Alright. I'm going to put something right there. That's why I purposely left that spot open. Okay, here we go. This is one of my older heat guns. Doesn't heat up as fast as, I have a different one. Crocodile. Oh, for a brad setter, yes. For eyelets. I do have a crocodile too. But I'm going to go old school tonight and show you with an eyelet setter. And a hammer. Because I don't know where my crocodile is at the moment. And I didn't even think about that.
Kathleen, I see you in here twice. You said I would love one, and then a little bit later you said fireworks stamp set. Or just clarifying.
Yeah, she's probably just clarifying.
Alright, I got it.
Making sure we didn't miss it. And Kathleen, I did see your email too. I haven't responded yet. Because today,
Go over to the
what?
YouTube and see what people are saying over there.
Okay, so this is going to go on to there. And let's see, I'm going to cut a layer for here. Let's see, I brought some blue in here. I probably have the wrong shade of blue, but that's okay. This may.
Mona wants one too, so.
Okay, so we're at 6.
Mona, you like the fireworks? Did you want the stamp set? Yeah, she's 6.
Okay, she's 6, so 5 1/4. I didn't know this card size off the top of my head. It's 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut to 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 to layer on that. That's the inside panel.
Yes, she wants one. Okay,
Okay.
thanks, Mona.
That goes in there. Okay, perfect.
That takes care of it.
That takes care of them all? Okay. But you can put anybody on there. If anybody else comments, you can just put a line, and then like those are people are waitlisted in case
Yep.
somebody changes their mind or whatever. So for our shaker, actually I think I've got some stars that I want to stencil on there. So let's do that first because that'll give it a little time to dry. And you can see that I didn't clean off the stencil since the last time. Yeah, Crocodile is to do the brads.
Yeah. I have one of those hanging around here someplace.
I have two of them.
Maybe I brought it up here already.
Okay, so I'm going to do this. Yeah, I obviously did not clean the stencil after the last time I used silver ink on it because it still has some silver ink.
Thanks, Kathleen.
The blue paper is Blast Off Blue.
Is what? Blast?
It's called Blast Off Blue.
Okay.
So if you just type the word blast, it'll probably bring up a holographic plus it should bring up Blast Off Blue. If it doesn't bring up Blast Off Blue, I think it was out of stock for a little while.
I'm gonna go and see.
Okay, see, just type in, it'll for sure pull up Blast Holographic. And I can't remember if there's a hyphen.
Blast Off Blue is here.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, I will post that link.
I'm going to miss that little star in the corner because I've got my tape there. That's okay. I will move my tape after I get everything else and then I'll do that. And I could even, because I'm putting this silver pigment ink on here pretty thick, I could use my silver embossing and emboss these stars too, which I might do that because then I don't have to worry about smudging them. Because I hate when I smudge. So today my sister-in-law and I were working in my stamp room. So we're going to do a shorter comment sold, and I haven't posted this yet. I only decided it today on July 13th, which is a Sunday. Because then while I'm on my bike ride, Brian will be able to, he'll have those to box. And he doesn't even know that yet. So if he's watching, he's probably like doing one of those emojis where you slap yourself in the face like, oh geez. But Jenny and I set it up really good for him to pull those. He's like, I hope so.
Probably Kendall would like that. Stamp set too.
Okay. If we have another one, we'll definitely pull it. So she's on the wait list, or if somebody changes their mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't figure out where in this time frame she posted, because she posted that on Press and Bliss.
Oh, okay. So we might have to look at the time, but
Yeah.
okay. All right. We'll see what we can do. Oh, my fingers are having trouble working on the tape. So anyways, it's going to have some paper in that comment sold, but it's going to be different stuff. Kind of like last year before I did the bike ride, we did a bunch of different stuff. So it's kind of like that, except this is a Sarah Stamp Room D-Stash sale.
Linda wants to know how your bike training is going, Sarah.
It's going fairly decently. Again, not as great as last year. But like I'm going on a 50-mile ride tomorrow. If anybody's from Wisconsin, I'm biking actually to Oshkosh, having lunch with a friend, and then biking 25 miles there, having lunch, and then turning around and biking home. And it's supposed to be like 90 tomorrow. So I'm taking plenty of water, and we're going to be emulating Iowa. Yay!
You know your grandparents went to college at Cedar Rapids.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Coe College, Cedar Rapids. I want to go back to Coe again, the college of the West. I don't know the rest of it.
Okay. Well, anyways, I got some powder where I didn't need it, so we're gonna see how that. I'm gonna probably have some little specklies on here, but that's okay.
Ooh, Bobby Kendall was early. She was even before Kathleen Moore.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a timestamp here.
Okay. My mom's going back and time stamping. We'll figure it out. And again, I won't know until we actually get their trailer opened. So we will do what we can, or I might part with my, if we have 7, I might part with mine. If the 7th person wants my used one, because I only used 1 stamp out of it so far. So this Blast Off Blue is a 65-pound paper, so I don't like to use it as a card base. I like to use it more as a layer, and you can see that it's, you know, with being heated, it's wrinkling just a little bit, but that's okay because I'm going to tape it down. Yeah, I don't like to use the 65 pounds as a card base. You certainly can, and with the amount of layering that I do, it's probably fine to. Occasionally I have, just because I like this color, and I don't have this color in an 80-pound stock. So I have used this as a card base, but I'm usually, you know, I put a layering swatch on the inside, and I put a layering swatch or more on the front. I might actually turn this over. I think I got powder on it. Okay, so this is going to layer on our card that goes on the inside. So I'm going to attach that right there.
The only one I can't timestamp is YouTube. They don't do a timestamp for me, so. Okay.
Is that Virginia?
That was Mona.
Mona, okay. Well, we'll see what we can do. We're going to keep our fingers crossed that there's actually 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blue stars look really good on there. And this is actually going to go on the inside there. But I am going to put a word through there. And when you open it up, then you're going to see that. And then you open it up to the inside. So, because this is the PAB Steno Card kit. And then we're going to move on to the shaker stuff. I did not have great red shaky stuff. I'm a little disappointed by that. I have really good blue and I have really good white. I was looking for silver stars. Okay. So then we have that. Okay. And I am going to put a circle right there, or I don't have a circle die cut. I mean, I have circles. You all know that. But I don't think I have one I might in my stamp room. Anyways, let's go on to our shaker. So in here you get some of this heavier cover to put on the back of it. And then we have a shaker dome. And this fits inside here. Okay, so we are actually going to build our shaker dome like that. And we are going to then sandwich it between our card and that. And I don't know, maybe I'll leave it showing the stars there, or I might put the word there. I haven't decided yet. I might try both. So we're going to go in there. I'm going to decide what we're going to do first, and then I'm going to peel the backing off, and I'm going to put stuff in. I am going to grab my little spoons, which I have up here. Somebody gave me a little spoon. I think a little Dairy Queen spoon, and it's now missing from my spot. Imagine that.
I don't know what That's 14 minutes ago, 7 minutes ago, 12 minutes ago. So I'm gonna have to do this at the end.
Okay. Okay, you can do that at the end. My mom will figure it out. She's gonna be on it. I'm still looking for my spoon because I don't like to dump my shaker stuff. Oh, but in the meantime, I found my crocodile, but I'm still gonna go old school. Hang on a second. Still looking for my spoon. Huh. I might have to run and get a spoon because I just don't think I can dump shaky stuff. That might be a bad situation when you dump shaker stuff.
Okay, I got a number, but.
Okay, so I have this. Now I have all kinds of, and this one's a pretty one too. Actually, I might just dump. I'm just gonna go for it. Because I have blue stuff. So this is like a sprinkle mix. I like to use, especially with a dome that's this deep, you can use like bigger shaky stuff.
Wendy Little said she really likes this class, but she likes every class.
Well, thank you, Wendy.
Yeah, that's nice. And Jessie likes the deer cards. If you missed that.
I saw that. So, yeah, and then I also had, like, we have a bulk food store by us that you can go buy the little jimmies. Depending on what your depth is, the jimmies work. Otherwise, at this same bulk food store, they have these little teeny ones. And those are like for cakes and stuff too. And I really like those little ones. But here, you can't always find what you want. But at the bulk food store, they have some great stuff. Oh, usually I take my plastic off of there before I do this whole thing. Oops. Could end up in trouble here. I got so overzealous about getting my shaky stuff in there and not having my spoon that I forgot to like take my thing off. But I'm using bigger shaker stuff, so it doesn't matter as much. Oh, and that came off actually pretty good. Yay! Now don't fill it too full, because otherwise you're going to cover up your words. And I'm going to put my backing on there, and I'm going to give it a push.
Someone was eating ice cream.
Were they?
Kathleen Russell-Moore said that someone was eating ice cream.
Okay, now I'm just giving it a little push to make sure it's fully sealed. I do have some strawberry ice cream at home. So strawberry ice cream with some little blue jimmies, that would be kind of festive too. So now we need to attach that in there and then attach it to the front. All right, so I'm going to put adhesive behind my window. But it's kind of convenient that the little shaker domes fit with these Peekaboo. So it's the Peekaboo window card, it's the Peekaboo Steno Card kit, and it's the Peekaboo trifold card kit that shaker pouch fits in, or shaker dome. And now normally I would put adhesive around here, but it's hard to do that with the dome. So I can do part of it, but I probably won't, well, maybe I'll do all of it. With my ATG I can do that. Now I will have some paper in my comment sold, just not a ton, but there will be some. I'm going to go around my card front too, just extra measure. I might not even put the words inside there. I might put the words totally on the inside. Kind of like the stars behind there. All right. I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to put a little strip down here. And I did bring, what did I bring for
Yeah,
my...
Mona, you're right. Fireworks are also good for birthdays and New Year's Eve.
Yep. And yeah, I have almost nothing for New Year's Eve too.
Yeah.
So let's see the brads that I found. I did find some star brads. I don't know if I found enough blue ones. So I might be, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to use a piece of the blue, blast off blue, and I'm going to mount the stars on the blast off blue because that will coordinate. Okay. Got it now, people.
I can do that.
And then I think I'm going to layer that on a piece of silver mirror card. Hang on a second. I'm just cutting a little bit. What, Mom?
I got it figured out. I got it figured out because all of those comments show up on YouTube. And I know when those Facebook comments came in.
Okay. Perfect.
So I can figure out then
Okay.
where Mona fell.
Good job.
There's always more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah. Okay. So now I will have these brad packs in the comments wholesale. Now I did get these out in these brad assortment packs. I can't guarantee that they all have stars in them or how many stars or the color of stars, but that's where I got them from. All right, I am going to, let's see, how many silvers do I have? Silver, 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 blue, blue. So if I do one in the middle, all right, that's my plan for my brads. Now I haven't done brads in like forever, so we're gonna see. This is a Japanese screw punch. Now the crocodile that Linda was talking about can do the punch and the brad setting.
You have that here, don't you? It's in your drawer?
Yeah, but I said I was gonna go old school.
Okay.
So the brad setter.
Okay. Oh, I had one of those too.
Yeah.
Someplace.
Pre-crocodile, we have the brad setter. Maybe I'm gonna put them closer together. All right. Here we go. Because for years I kind of forgot that I even had brads.
Yeah, because they were in that staff room.
No, I forgot because eyelets became a thing,
Oh, yeah.
and eyelets are a lot easier.
Oh my God, yeah.
So there.
Okay.
Not because of my messy stamp room.
I didn't call it messy,
Messily organized.
Yes, kind of like my patio.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But in the brad packs that I have, you get the setter, and there's thousands of brads in there, I bet. I didn't count them. And you get the setter, and you get assorted brads.
So what weight hammer is that you're using?
What weight hammer? I don't know.
Okay, it probably says on it.
But I have more than one hammer in my stamp room. You know, because when I used to do classes and stuff in person or at the warehouse sale.
Well, scissors. How many scissors?
Oh.
I have tons of scissors from the classes.
So yeah, that's
Oh,
very
okay.
fun. Look at that. Okay.
Wonder what we could do with all those scissors.
You know what I found in my stamp room?
No.
Or what Jenny found in my stamp room today? X-Acto knives.
Oh yeah.
Before the cutting tools.
Yeah.
Ton of X-Acto knives. I'm like, what do I do with 20 X-Acto knives?
Rubber cement. What do you do with rubber cement?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness me. Hey, does anybody know what God's last name is?
No. No. I never thought about it either.
I never did either, but it's damn it.
Oh.
Now that's a Steve joke.
That is a Steve joke.
Oh.
Steve is our old mailman, in case you're joining us new. Steve would come in, especially like on a Saturday when we were doing a comment sold, and he would come to deliver the mail, and he would tell a joke. He would give us a joke of the day live during comment sold. We'll have to text Steve and say, "Hey, we're doing a comment sold on a Sunday. Can you come and do us a joke?"
Yeah. Any celebration you could use fireworks. That's true.
Yeah.
These are the only fireworks that won't scare my puppy.
Yeah. So, okay. So I could do a white with a saying right here. Because what were the sayings on there? The sayings on there are
Next
sparkler
year.
kisses and 4th of July wishes. I might just do, or happy 4th of July I could put there. I think I'm going to put, since I don't have a circle punched out right now, I'm just going to go inside here and I'm going to do the 4th of July wishes. Next year what?
Next year, 250th birthday for the United States.
Oh really? That's
Yeah.
that's a big one.
Linda Beyer, I remember the big bicentennial celebration in 1976 too. Well,
Yeah.
geez.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember it, Sarah?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
All right. So let's. I'm gonna get out. I don't know if I put my eraser. Oh no, it's right here.
Kathleen likes the stars better, and Wendy Little says the star breads look really nice on the card.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So let's see if we can find a blue ink pad here. I'm sure I can.
I see one.
No, I've got
Right there.
right there. I'm just not sure which color blue. We're gonna try this one. Then I might have to stamp it a few times just to, because it's a new. It's kind of like
Jessie got rid
seasoning.
of her bread several years ago.
Well, I can hook you up with a bunch more. And a new setter.
Oh. Gently used or brand new?
No, they're brand new brads. The setters are gently used,
Yes.
but you wouldn't know because they're
Yeah.
so much a hunk. They're just metal. Nice. Okay, I might stamp that one more time while I have it out. You know, I wish my class cards came to me as fast as my live demo cards come to me.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I get it.
There we go. Alright, so now I am going to just cut that out and then I'm going to layer it on a piece of red and blue for the inside of the card. I think red first and then blue. And yes, that ink pad matched that, what was that pad set? It's the Brass and Bliss, it was the Sapphire from the set number 8 of their little ink cubes, but that color matches the blast off blue like really super good. Alright, so I'm going to attach that on there.
Oh, Stephanie, are you on this page tonight, Sarah's page?
What are you talking about?
Oh, because Stephanie just wrote on my Facebook page.
Oh.
Thank you, Stephanie. If you're here listening tonight, thank you.
All right. So one more layer. Oh, Stephanie says yes, she is.
Yes, thank you so much. You know, that garden thing has become quite an issue, but oh, we're making progress.
All right. So that's going to go on the inside. Now I would have used a pattern paper, but I didn't have any 4th of July pattern paper, so I went back to good old-fashioned stamping. So there, I think that's a wrap. So this is our peekaboo.
Oh, Peggy said she and her students talking about the 1976 bicentennial.
Mm-hmm.
They did a 4x8 foot cake of the USA map.
Oh,
Wow,
that's a big cake.
That is.
So, anyways, yes, we have our something right here would be very nice, like a word right there, but I don't have one. But anyways, yeah, we have our shaker, and then that.
And Kathleen
So,
drove from New Jersey to Washington State to celebrate 1976.
wow.
Wow, that's a deal.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Go enjoy some fireworks tonight, or not, if that's not your thing. I'm going to be home with Dodge. I'm sure he's going to be like petrified, so I will be keeping him. I won't be taking him out for a walk after dark, that's for sure, because I did that last night and he was he wanted to come home.
He was freaked out.
Well, he wanted to
Were
come
they
home pretty quick.
going off last night?
A little bit in my neighborhood. But yeah, one went off and he's like, whoop, turn around, about face. So anyways, happy 4th of July, everybody. Stay safe. Have a great day, a great weekend. Maybe you can spend it with friends, family, a parade, something. Anyways, celebrating our independence. So we'll see you next week, Tuesday, remember.
Yes.
Next week, Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay.
You remind me. Next
I will.
week, Tuesday.
All right. Anyways, thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.